YouTube, Universal has been aggressive in sort of getting their due from YouTube. We've heard here and there, we've read about little bits about plans of maybe starting, not a competitor to YouTube, but finding new ways to move forward with a business model in video. Any clarity on that?
Well, what we want to do is we want to take it to the next level. We've done a lot in the last few years with our videos, and we've learned to treat them as premium content and to get them all over the internet. But what we need to do and what we've learned in this process is that we think videos are premium. The fans love to watch them, but advertisers they're not that premium because they're available everywhere. Because dozens of companies are selling the same videos to the same advertisers, and what happens is that drives prices down, not up. It's not premium. There's only one place you can go to get the Akon video premiere. If you're Toyota, if you're SanDisk, or you want to be a part of that, that's a premium thing and you can't get anywhere else. So what we have to do is we have to learn how the ad market works. We have to be smart about that and factor that into our new business. But we don't want to say we're competing with YouTube. We don't want to say fans can only go to one place to watch videos. That's not how the internet works. We want to be able to tap into all of the hundreds of millions of people at YouTube and then channel them through to our videos. And we want to be able to tell fans they can watch our videos everywhere. But we want to tell advertisers they can only go to one place.
To monetize that.
Yeah, it's like it's one well feeding thousands of faucets out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting from the Web 2.0, Music 2.0 panel earlier today, there's a lot of discussion about how with the economy tightening, brands are more interested than ever in going direct to artists and really having this full artist experience, which, depending on the way your contract is structured, could be great news for you and less good news for you.
I think that the way we look at it is it's if you hold on too tight, to something, it's about it's not being so precious and about what's good for the entire industry, what's good for the artist, what's good for the fan, what's good for Universal Music. So it's not about the philosophical shift that we're going through as a company is in order to build healthy long-term businesses, both parties have to win. It can't be one person wins, one person doesn't win, and so that's not sustainable in the long run.
No, absolutely not, because a lot of things those companies don't they don't take full consideration of is that the artist needs the record company to become who they are anyway. They have to work hand in hand. The talent has to work with that side either way. They can come direct, but they will never get the full experience that they assume they're getting from the artist alone, because the artists don't do it by themselves. They just provide the talent and be there to work. Sometimes you may have certain ideas in your head that you want to say, okay, let's correspond this with this particular situation, and you'll reach out to someone at the record company and make it happen. So it's always been 50-50, however you looked at it. The moment they cut one or the other off, you'll never fully get the full experience. So you always have to be able to find ways to make it work for everybody.
Yeah. Are there some examples of brands that you're currently working with where that's really worked out well for you? Maybe both from a financial perspective, but also from a creative perspective?
Well, all my brands, I always found some major corporate partner. All the way down from the clothing line, even down to the label. I always kept my label, loyal to the Universal system because they always been great to me. But I always felt like whatever the best avenue it would take to move it forward, that's you partner with that person that actually dominates that territory that you're after.
Gotcha. I should point out, by the way, we have text-to-screen codes on the bottom there, so if anyone has any questions, we'll get those in just a little bit. So please do not hesitate to do that. One question I'm curious to ask a little bit, since I have kind of the label perspective and the artist perspective. The RIAA just recently announced they're going to stop their sort of strategy of lawsuits. Akon, I'm really curious. A lot of people sort of are like, well, file trading hurts this or doesn't hurt that because, you're already making a lot of money and all these sorts of things. How do you feel about it when there's like millions and millions and millions of copies of your songs that people are sort of consuming and maybe not paying for them, or at least not paying directly for them? And then what is your thoughts on, sort of the lawsuit strategy coming to an end? I don't know if it's something that's crossed your radar.
It depends. For some artists, it depends on the stage of where you're at. For a brand new artist, the file sharing probably couldn't be a better situation.
Mm-hmm. You think it's promotional?
Oh, absolutely, all day.
Yeah.
The first album is always a sacrifice. You put it out, You give it away. You do whatever you gotta do to make sure you get the name out there. People understand what it is you're doing, and give them that chance to be able to buy into you as the artist. Now, once you become worldly known or hugely popular, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now at this point, people are in demand for it. So you want to be able to give them a chance to be able to buy it, purchase it, but you got to be able to secure it and control it, which is at that point is almost impossible. You know what I mean? Because there's so many outlets to get, you know, that particular product, and that's what kills it, because it's not in full control. Because now I understand that there's a transition going from, you know, just physical to digital. And that's the hardest part, that little line in between getting all the way over. Once they can control it digitally, I think, you know, all the problems, you know, will be solved.
So what we're trying to address is a market solution, not a, you know, not pursuing the litigation. So what does that mean? It means we want people to say they can get unlimited music. We want you to be able to download anything you want, right? And if you subscribe to Verizon broadband or Comcast broadband, or you get a Nokia phone, right, you're just going to get unlimited music in the future through these services. So whether it's if you buy a new mobile music player, if you buy a new phone, if you get broadband from your cable company, your phone company, maybe it comes with your car payment. Services that you already have will eventually have unlimited music integrated into them. So you won't think about, is this stealing music or am I buying music? You know, you'll just get whatever music you want. Mm-hmm. And the issue then won't be, you know, am I buying the music or not? The issue is how do I figure out what to listen to? You know, right. when I can choose from anything I want, you know, how do I discover new music? And that becomes the interesting part, when it's about recommendations from your friends, and when you have infinite choice. You know, you really have to figure out what to, it won't be about selling music. It'll be about marketing it and generating demand and having friends tell friends about music. And so but this is the path Universal's on, is not how do we sell more music to a small amount of people who want to buy it. It's how do we get money from everybody who loves music, whether they buy it or not.
Whether you thought they're right or wrong, though, I mean, and I just kind of want to come back to this, because it was kind of this huge chapter in the music business, and it really marked this transition, I think, in a lot of ways. There's got to be some party that's just happy with lawsuits or
remember, I'm not the head of the litigation department. Yeah. I'm the guy that wants to develop new business models, and I want to. I don't personally believe in that, and so I'm happy that we've stopped. But now the onus is on me to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah. Doug Morris, really easygoing about people making money.
Yeah.
So, in terms of
really lets you make money.
Yeah. In terms of some of the experiments now, I mean, you know, Douglas Merrill, who runs Digital for EMI, was here this morning talking about sort of the need to experiment, and you know, you're gonna swing and miss a lot, and you talked about that a little bit in your Q&A. What's kind of working? What's kind of looking like it's going to play out and show some positivity in the years to come, and what are some of the experiments you're doing right now that maybe it's too early to tell?
Well, you know, MySpace Music is a good example of a company that's, you know, we're seeing tremendous growth in the ad-supported streaming business, audio, video. You know, we're
and for the labels, that's basically a penny rate business.
Well, it's a percentage of the. For that particular business, it's about the total pie. It's not about just one revenue stream.
Okay.
It's about you know, everything from the sale of music to the ad revenue to ticketing to merchandise to site sponsorships. All of that is a 360 holistic revenue stream. So that's that. But for us, there's not going to be any magic bullet. There's not going to be one site, one service, one product that all of a sudden saves the day or changes the game. You know, I wish it was like that. It's going to be a culmination of many different things. So you got a place, you know, here in Vegas, you know,